Okay, so I found this. Somebody was asking about signs, and I figure that's probably something that a lot of people would ask. I see a lot of this online as well when I look on various social media. There's a lot of people who they seem to be addicted to signs. I mean, one thing I notice is that people who follow this material, whether it's on YouTube or elsewhere, a lot of them are, first off, whenever somebody expresses that something, some technique, right, worked for them, you get all these people that come in and start flooding them with replies to their comments. How did you do that? Can you, they want to know step by step how that worked for that person, assuming that it's just going to work for them if they do it the same way. But we're all different in some way. What worked for that person may not work for you, right? There's no shortcuts, but everybody wants a shortcut. They all think that they use their analytical mind and they get sucked into this rabbit hole. Don't do that, okay? So I see that, and I see a lot of people, they get addicted to signs, looking for signs. Signs must mean something. I dreamt of something. Oh, I'm telling you, you're you're going down the wrong path with that stuff because you're putting faith in something outside of you. So anyway, I was looking and I'm like, how am I going to explain this? Well, there's always somebody out there in internet land who's already. So here I found this. I'm just going to read it. The meaning of signs and why you don't need them. This is pretty good. I Am Love is the site. Someone named Nikki wrote it, right? I'm giving full credit. Neville teaches us that our imagination is God, and this new freedom can be overwhelming. You want to know if you are on the right path. You want to have the reassurance about your decisions and desires. Therefore, you ask for signs. Receiving the butterfly, the number, or the name you asked for feels magical. Synchronicities inspire you and every disbelief seems to fade, at least for a moment. Some negative thoughts come back, and you think it could have been nothing but a coincidence. Maybe the universe changed its mind, and you pray for another sign. Just to be sure, soon you are desperately in need of guidance from the universe. Most of all, an unmistakable sign of a higher power telling you things are working out and your manifestation is near. The signs always follow, they never precede. Neville Goddard from At Your Command. If you need to buy Neville Goddard books, by the way, I have a link. I usually put links in my uh, the summaries. The world is you pushed out, and so is every sign you experience and those you do not. Everything outside of your imagination is a manifestation and a reflection of your current state and what you accept as true about you and everything in relation to yourself. The signs you are asking for do not answer your question. They do not precede, but mirror what you accept as true and follow your state. In many cases, you ask for a sign because you have doubts. Your doubts are an indicator of your state being insecure and your awareness of lack instead of fulfillment. If you would truly live in the end and the wish fulfilled, you would not ask for any signs at all. You do not need reassurance for things you already have. When you ask for a sign, you basically assume your desire is not here yet. Before I knew about the law and Neville's teachings, I used to ask for signs as well. I wanted to make sure that something I desired was actually meant to be. I did not only put my own power outside of myself, I also questioned my desires in general. The sign I asked for was a very unlikely combination of things in one picture, something that means a lot to me. I was. I shouldn't have done that. I was clearly in a state of being at the mercy of an energy outside of myself, and I accepted the possibility that something might not have been meant to be. This is what I experienced. I did not get my sign because I could only experience what I assumed before. Obviously, settling here neither felt right nor did it make me happy. With Neville, I learned who I really am. I understood that the source for everything is within me and my world follows my assumptions. With this understanding, I lost all the need for signs. Since then, I decide what is meant to be. I do not ask anyone to agree with me anymore. Seeing that creation is finished, I am always on the right path. My world pictures my new state, and it showed my specific, unlikely sign even more than once, months after asking for it. I finally accepted that all of my desires are meant to be, so I allowed my sign to appear, telling me exactly what I assumed beforehand. Whenever you catch yourself looking for signs, ask yourself why you need them and pay attention to your state. Remember who you really are and that you're always headed in the right direction. With this understanding, you can enjoy every magical moment and synchronicity that happens from time to time without needing them to feel good. Creation is finished and it cannot go wrong. I couldn't have put it any better than that. That's exactly what I was thinking, but sometimes it just doesn't click. And I said, someone else out there, or somehow I created, you create this in your own to come through to your reality. You've created me to find it for you. I've created it because I was looking for it. This person wrote it at that time because it was something that needed to be said for them. So, anyway, because we're all connected, we are all each other pushed out. I know that's a weird concept. So, maybe I'll put the link to this if you want to read it again without me. uh, in the description, and I hope that that helps. You don't need to look for signs. Don't look for signs. Don't be one of these people who's just constantly looking for signs, and then if it doesn't happen, it's this something's wrong or it's not working, and you end up just this downward spiral, and you're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself, and don't worry about how other people's manifestations are working out because of what they do. And then you go follow, the shiny ball syndrome, I'm going to follow this. I'm going to follow that. Oh, this person says something worked for them. I'm going to do exactly what they did. Oh, it didn't work for me. I wonder why. You know, you, that's like 95 or more percent of the people on YouTube in these comment sections on a lot of these these other channels that have thousands of comments. You just go looking through that. It's unbelievable, especially these pop manifesting channels. These pop manifesting channels where every other day the person running the channel has a new, oh boy, technique for how this is supposed to work. I mean, unfortunately, if that's what it takes to have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, then I don't want that. I don't want hundreds of thousands of subscribers. If I've got to come up with a new BS technique every day for someone to get trapped in, and then they're going to keep following my videos for the next BS technique, hoping that, a certain percentage of them it's going to click with, but the majority it's not. And that's not where I want my channel to go. And I see a lot of that, but I see a lot of people spinning their wheels, so to speak, on this stuff. And I see a lot of people looking for signs when you don't need them. Neville himself, the signs always follow, they never precede. Okay, so I hope this helps. I hope someone needed to hear this. I hope you appreciate my honesty, my bluntness, because that's who and what I am. And please like and subscribe. Please look at the Neville lectures in my playlist. I'm probably going to upload some more soon. I like to have a lot of my own content and a mix. And also I got the mind movies, which help a lot of people focus. So I've got all those all in there. They pop up. So, and please share the channel as well. Thank you for your support. And I'm going to try to end this video right now.